Hello, sweetness. Don't panic if we get one more rinse out. I'm just going to show you this chart here. This is still in play, friends. This is obviously from BCB. He thinks he's seen a fractal like this from before. He's pretty good at these fractals. This is the others chart. Remember, this is the total crypto market cap, which is removing the top 10. And I'm going to go to my live chart version of it here. So it looks like it's ready, yeah? It looks like it's ready, but there could still be this one more rinse out. Now, what could make an actual rinse out like that happen? Well, Bitcoin goes up, we go up, but then Bitcoin retraces, we retrace. This actually happened back then 4 years ago. It actually happened in the previous cycles as well, where Bitcoin and the altcoins couldn't catch up. And you can see this visually in the Bitcoin dominance. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to show you. That was this part here. So the Bitcoin dominance, look at this. Bitcoin got rising up in December. What you can do, friends, is if you're curious, we can actually add like the Bitcoin chart here. We can add a Bitcoin chart and you can see there it is. It's right here. And what I'll do, I'm just going to make it nice and orange so it's very, very crystal clear so we can see. So right here, right? So Bitcoin rose up here and altcoins couldn't match it. This was Bitcoin's rise to 28,000. So this price is right here. So you can see it was these prices. Yes, 20,000, 25. Here you have 35,000 and it's in line here. Then it hits this part. It finally stops. Bitcoin goes down. See this part? And then the altcoin dominance goes down. So as Bitcoin finally stops, then everything starts to rush. Okay. Now that stopping part, you don't know where it's going to be. You know, that's why everybody was in shock, right? Bitcoin stopped at 30,000 here. But in the previous cycle before that, 2016, Bitcoin, okay, it didn't stop until like a long time. This was Ethereum rallying before that period. So that's why what happened was in the 2016 cycle, Bitcoin, it tripled the high and it stalled. So it went from this is like extremely important. So I want you to see how everybody gets trapped because they always go off the past, right? Bitcoin, this is that 25K mark where it stopped. But if you go to the previous cycle, look what Bitcoin did. It breaks its high of $1,000. It goes up here. There's a big alt season here. Okay, Bitcoin's distributing up here. You see that big alt season number one? But then Bitcoin continues. Okay, Bitcoin continues. And then it goes again. And this is alt season number 2. Okay, so there's alt season 1, alt season 2. However, in this cycle we had, Bitcoin, it didn't do this. It didn't have alt season 1 here and alt season 2 up here. It was truncated. It had alt season 1 here, alt season 2 there. Now this alt season, why everybody there's like maximum rage is because the alt season here was NFTs. Okay, now there was 10% of the market that participated. You had Phantom, you had the Corridanzo move at the end of the year towards August of that year. You had Hex that moved. You had Olympus DAO. You had those moving, but they were only like 5% of the market. Okay, even like meme coins and everything, they're pretty much a lot of them. They still had some residual pumps out there, but the big mania was that first alt season. This one was all NFTs, friends. It was NFTs. Bored Apes went to like $400,000. CryptoPunks. So yeah, that's why it was shocking for everyone to see that. It is because people came into crypto and they're like, oh, I don't want to touch that old junk. I want to get into NFTs. Now, when we look back, friends, what I want to do is I'll play some nice, gentle pump music as well, just to remind everyone. We're gonna make memes great again, but a lot of people were caught blinded. Why were they caught blinded? It's because just their paradigm of crypto was shattered. Yeah, because we got to learn from this. Yeah, in this cycle, everybody believed that DeFi was the innovation that sent it up. Okay, and I mean even Vitalik said it. They were wrong. Okay, now it was just Uniswap. Now Uniswap is the biggest part of DeFi, by the way. It's the decentralized part of that finance, but everybody thought it was everything else. Everyone thought it was the governance and the yield handout and money markets and replacing all the banks. That's what they thought was the actual innovation. Now, they're innovative. They are great tech improvements, but what like basically sparked retail, it was not DeFi, okay? It was just the Uniswap part, where you can just bond two tokens together. It's a ratio, and you can trade with anything else, okay? And if you understood that, you win. Well, that's why I draw parallels to this cycle. Everyone thinks that the innovation of this cycle is Solana's fast transactions. And I am here. It's contrary. I'm not saying it just to be. I'm just saying, well, you're all making the same mistake again. Good. Go make the mistake, okay? You all think that fast transactions is the innovation. No, it ain't the innovation, dude. The innovation was we discovered there are enough tools for the average person to make their own memes, cults, religions. They can basically put a free-floating ticket price to join their club for whatever club they want to make. There's a free-floating price. That's the price of the ticker. You see, you have Bitcoin scarcity that's incorporated into them. You have Ethereum smart contracts. Obviously, a lot of them on Solana, but Ethereum started it, right? And now you have Uniswap, the three pillars, okay? So now we're looking at where we are today, friends. If there's one more rinsing, don't worry, okay? That's what I'm saying. Don't worry. Just be aware, be wary that this thing can happen where, you know, Bitcoin goes up, we go up with it, but then, we go back down and then we can't stall. Okay, so this period might be just us stalling, and then finally, Bitcoin goes on for that mega run high. We don't know where it's going to be, and this thing will start to price up. Now, if you're sitting on the sidelines, I hope you have your fluffy slippers on and you've got a very straight posture. But we did not know it was going to play out this exact same way. Okay, so don't think like, okay, because someone speaks like this that they know everything that's going on. No, we don't know everything that's going on. It's just that, like, it was baffling to me. I'm like, bro, is this really going to repeat for the fourth time? Do you know, friends, even all the mid-curve influencers out there with a lot of followings and they have a lot of subscribers who, like, pay them money for stuff. I remember even they were saying, like, in the last bear market, they go, guys, we're not going to be able to just rinse this again another 4 times. We're not going to just do this cycle. It's going to break one day. It's just not going to happen. Okay, but it's happening again, you know? So, well, basically what it tells you, okay, what it tells you is, in a nutshell, you want to know the clear part. The money supply printer is literally a drug, okay? When the drug wears off, the emotional pain we have is so great, is so potent that it's damaging. You can't think straight. So even though we know there's free money lurking there, we can't price it in. Okay, because there's not enough people in crypto with rationality who basically mature. It's not a mature market yet. Okay, so when the crypto prices went down and altcoins got destroyed here, okay, when we're down here, nobody can think and say, well, oh, they're going to put on the money printer, we can do all these, everything's going to go great. Now they can say it, and 5% of us do say it, but 95% of the price action don't reflect it. It doesn't reflect it whatsoever. It acts like it's never coming back. It really does. Okay, is that because people are silly? No, it could just be we're still early because there's only 5% of the world is still in crypto. We've only got about 500 million. Actually, we've got more now. We've got 500 million out of like 8 billion. So it's like 8% of the world. But a lot of those people in crypto, they're not even on chain or anything. They bought something on the exchange. But I still count them, even though a lot of people don't. Okay, so if altcoins are still in this range, just don't panic. That's what I'm saying. This is literally the end of the bear sentiment. So don't give up. So I'd like to also show you the others BTC, friends. It's sitting right here. You can see how a lot of people just given up. You can tell. You don't get this chart here unless a lot of people have basically just like thrown in the towel. But you just think about these moments, friends. They're not easy. You know, you have altcoin daily. Altcoins are done. And look, it comes and breaks the low again. But a lot of this others BTC, there's something going on with this index. Okay, see this thing's going down. A lot of it is fake. Not a lot, but there is a big fake component, because if you look at layer 2 coins in crypto, they actually make a big part of the market cap. And you can actually see it here. See a lot of these, friends, they're just layer 2s. Now, this one's a Bitcoin one. Maybe it's not even really counted, but look at this. You have Arbitrum, you have Optimism, Immutable X, Mantle. You see all these billions and billions. Look at this. It's just adding a lot of junk. And that's like it's minted itself into the index, but you're not worth that much. You're just a parasite of Ethereum. That's what it is. So another way to look at it, okay, is that others going down. It's not really others. That also includes Ethereum. Because Ethereum, remember, Ethereum's mindshare got split to these other layer 2 poop coins, known as parasites pretty much. But so the parasites, they've sucked away Ethereum's its valuation, and they sit in the rank 10 to 100. So they shouldn't be there. That's like mini Ethereum. So like I wonder if we could make an index. If we removed them, what would the real thing be? It would still look like a poopy chart, but that's just giving you a bigger picture of what's going on here. And the last thing I just want to show you, so as we're just like navigating this Trump victory and everything, this is important, friends. This is the stonk market, okay? Mr. Stonk Market, man, I saw Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby believes these things. You have something like that, right? We come back down, and then we go up, okay? This is it until we get the next leg somewhere. So this is really important. Remember, stock market in crypto, right? In crypto, when we see a new high, people think, oh crap, we got to sell. You got to sell. But in stock market, dangerous. You can't do that. It's an up-only Ponzi. It's literally an up-only Ponzi. It tracks the economy GDP. So you know most of the time, a business, they're doing fine. The economy is doing fine most of the time. Okay, but when poop hits the bed and hits the fan everywhere, then you got to worry. But it doesn't happen that often. But in crypto, it's opposite, isn't it? We are destroyed most of the time, and then the party is fun. And then, that's why most people don't like it. Because like, man, I don't like suffering for 3.5 years. Yeah, here's the thing though, okay? Because it teaches you about speculating and probabilities and risk reward, about just life mechanics in general. If you were to make me sit through pain for 3.5 years, a lot of people say, I'll never sit through the pain. I'll go, yeah, but what's on the other side for me? Friends, a lot of people do that thought experiment. They go, hey, if I put you in jail for 5 years, would you take it if you got to come out with $1 million? I remember like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, friends, people were saying, oh yeah, 100%, because $1 million was a lot back then. Now, $1 million isn't. Now, maybe the number's got to be 3 million. Yeah, based off inflation, maybe, 2 million. Would you do it for 2 million? Something to think about. Well, in crypto, it's that thought experiment where it's like, hey, if I made you sit in pain like you want to leave for 3 years, but I gave you a big payout at the end, yeah, but it depends how big the payout is. It has to justify it. Well, the crypto, lucky for last, it goes parabolic. Stocks go the opposite though. But this is our good signal for the cranky G moment of crypto to arrive. And the Russell 2000, friends, had this big juicy gap up here. We are mogging the non-believers. We need to go for this all-time high. Just a quick reminder as well. BCB believes this climb somewhere next year it's not an expansion of the US economy. It's a rotation, which means when the stocks slow down, maybe next year, they have like a super fast crypto rotation in through the Russell 2000, and then end of times after that. But there's always end of times, man. It's always like we just, I think everything's going to be fine, because even though all these political things and stuff, the 4-year cycle played out. That's it. This is the only thing we got left. So let's just wait and see how next year plays out. Monitoring euphoria every step of the way. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you next one.